the Nordstrom family has been wanting to take the company private for some time, right? We've seen this iteration before, but this time partnering with the Mexican retailer El, Port- El Puerto de Liverpool, they're in a good position in terms of coming up with the financing because they're going to pony up about 1.2 billion in cash in addition to rolling over their about 10% stake in the stock. And of course, the Nordstrom family combined, they own about, a third of the shares. So you've got 43% wrapped up. They do need two-thirds approvals. We just need to get another 23 to 24% on board. And you look at the price, there's really no premium here. And they're basically saying, well, if you look at the time that we proposed this transaction, which was back in March, the stock was trading much lower, somewhere around, 17. So this is really a premium to where the shares were then, and it's about a 35% premium. But if you look at how the stock has traded over the last 5 years, it's pretty much close to the average price. And over the last 10 years, it's at a steep discount, like 41% discount, over the last 10 years. So, yeah, there's not a premium. Could another buyer step in here? It's possible, but trying to piece together a transaction could prove onerous, and it's going to involve debt, as we know, but not as much incremental debt. The company already has about 2.6 billion, so they'll probably have to bring on another 1.8 billion to be able to complete this transaction.
All
And
right.
of course, the transaction is contingent upon that deal getting done. But with Nordstrom, what really stands out versus the other department stores. And of course, we know that the Macy's proposed buyout has gone by the wayside at this point. With Nordstrom, you've got a fast growing off price segment, and that's what's really exciting here. And their comp sales were up over 4%. Their total growth was up 9% in the second quarter. And if you look at their full line stores, the sort of traditional department store, they were up almost 1% on a comp basis. But if you look at their peers, they were all down, anywhere from down 3% for go forward stores for Macy's to down 5% for Dillard's and Kohl's. So Nordstrom sure looks like they're in a better position. They're also much smaller, only 93
Yeah.
stores versus, close to 500 department stores over at Macy's, which of course that's why they're closing 150.
Let me
So
just
it's
ask
a
you, when you're a company and you have problems and you turn to deal making to try and solve those problems, what does that say? You've got about a minute left.
Yeah, so in this case here, I think they're employing a number of new strategies. Let's say with the full line store and with off price, I think they're off to a good track there and big expansion. They're going to be opening like 22 rack stores this year, and I think they're going to continue that pace going forward. So I think that the idea that they don't have to be under the quarterly lens of investors is probably a relief for them.